Hi everyone, and welcome to YouTube Live on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. I'm Marcie Bessaker, and I am a demonstrator with Stampin' Up. So today we are going to do a really fun 3D project, and I'm going to be skipping my ad here. Make sure you can hear me, and happy Tuesday everybody. Okay, I want to make sure I'm on here. All right, it's telling me to subscribe, so that's not right. I want to see everybody's comments. There we go. All right. Hi, Steph. We are going to have such a fun project today. So I put it out there on my business Facebook. What did everybody want to see? And I put options of Christmas, fall, or 3D project, and it came back a fall 3D project. So that's what we're going to do today. So we are going to create this adorable coffee set with a tag, and I have something in addition to show you on this. So if you're here, please say hi. If it's your first time, definitely please say hi, and where are you from? All right, so we put I put some hot cocoa K-pods in here. And funny story, last night I went to go grab my hot cocoa K-pods so I can put them inside my little cups. And then I went to go grab some peppermint marshmallows that I had. Well, my husband, bless him, cleaned out our pantry and reorganized it and everything. We are on keto and have been for probably 3 years. And he threw away my peppermint marshmallows. He said, "Oh, those are old. We don't eat those." I said, "Those were from my video." And so now, no peppermint marshmallows, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create the box and how to cover it and everything. But then I also have a really fun it's not on here because I worked on it last night, but we have a cover to go over our cups. So we can cover the cups. So we're going to do that today. And I have a template that I will be putting on my blog to do that. So let's get started. So we're going to be using the Beautiful Autumn stamp set. We're going to be using the Gilded Autumn specialty paper. Now, as you know, I put it in a box here. I cut it down to 4 by 6 so it all fits in one. And some of my boxes I'll put another label on it and I will put 2 sets in. So it's like this one has room for another set. So I could put 2 sets and then I just cut off the label and stick it in there. And then we are going to also be using the Warm Hugs, which this actually comes with the bundle for the coffee for the suite. We are also we have a lot of different products today. The Tasteful Labels, we're going to use this, let me see. Let me take that back. Wrong project. I changed my mind at the last minute on that. So we will not be using that. But we will be using the Warm Wraps, which goes with this set here. So these go together from a set because I wanted to make a fall set. And these are holiday. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring these into you so I can show you. We're going to use 2 mini cups from our mini cup set, which look like this. Okay, here are our mini cups. And then we are also going to use the mini cup carrier, which is this right here. And so I'll have all the items listed on my blog when I post this, including the template for the wrap around the cups. I call it a coffee cup cover, but I could have just written wrap, but that's okay. That's what it is. So what you're going to need first, and I pre-cut a lot of items here. I did some pre-cutting, pre-stamping, so it's not a really long video. And bring in my glue. All right, the first thing we're going to want is our panels for our cover. So let me show you the Gilded Autumn Specialty Paper. So you have the gold accents on one side, like here, and then you have not gold on the other side. So every other one, so like if this one has gold, this one does not. Okay, so that's kind of how this paper works. It's beautiful paper. It's really nice because it goes a lot of different ways other than a couple of them, like the pumpkins all face one way, and then that kind of faces one way, but you could do it upside down or sideways. So it's really pretty paper. I love fall. All right. So what we're going to do is we have 2 pieces for each side of your case. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to open it up and just kind of score these down. Do it completely the opposite of what you pull it out. And then I just take my bone folder and I just kind of go like that. All right. So now you're going to tell it's going to sit a lot better. And now I'm just going to push these in. And then when they're pushed in, they're going to turn one way better than the other. I just kind of like to make sure that they're down. And now you're going to push these in. I just like to pre-crease these. Make sure they're all ready, but you want the box flat while you're decorating it. All right, so now it's all folded and ready to go. Okay, so you're going to get 2 pieces here of your designer series to go on the larger, and these are measured 5 5/8 by 2 1/8. Okay, so let's put those on. I like to use liquid glue. You could use the Stampin' Seal Plus, but I like to use the liquid. I like the little bit of wiggle room to kind of make sure it's exactly centered and where I want it. And by the time I put this on, that'll be done. So we'll do this side first. The other 2 little pieces you're going to need are 2 3/4 by 2 1/8. Hi, Carol. I'm glad you were able to hop on. Tuesdays are rough, I know, for some people. And of course, this early in the day. I think people are getting back to work, but it'll be a nice surprise when they get home. Have a video to watch. So when I put this on, I just kind of make sure that your lines kind of line up. Okay. So there's that side. We're going to repeat on this side. I think this is such a cute gift for a neighbor or a coworker, maybe when we're going to do a Christmas theme one soon, and there'll be like a Secret Santa gift, or, you know, just something kind of nice, thinking of you kind of thing. With the pandemic and everything right now, I think it would be really nice to make them and leave them at your neighbor's door. Exactly, Carol. This is my retirement job and I love it. It's hard work, but I love it. All right, I'm going to turn this one around just because it seems like a lot of them are coming this way. And so I'm just going to turn it around. Just slide it over on that box, but make sure it's lined up. All right, so now we can put our box together. So you're going to put the large piece in first, the one without the little flap. You're going to put your corners in, and then you're going to put that in there. Okay? Oh yeah, so much fun. All right, so here we go with that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is let's create our cups. Let's do our cups next. So what we're going to do is you have 4 of these. Okay, so 2 make a cup. Okay, now those are both, yeah, there you go, 2 and 2. So what I did is I took a piece of 5x2, and that was plenty to do one. So just do, and it doesn't really matter. You could just put your die on a scrap piece and just cut them out. So you just want 4 of them, okay? 2 per cup. And I prefer to glue them. I prefer to glue them than I do to use a sticky tape or a double adhesive or anything like that. But I'm going to put my trims on first. So I'm going to pull in my silicone mat. And I'm going to take one of these. You're going to have one longer and one shorter. So you're going to notice the longer one goes on the top and the shorter one goes, whoop, that's a longer one. Shorter one on the bottom. So what I do is I just turn this over, and let's do the top first. And I just go right along and do just a bead all the way across. And then I just line it up and line it up. And there's kind of like a little score line on there that you can see. And that's where I put it. All right, so I'm going to lift it up again carefully because this is still dry, wet. So I hold it in the middle. I'm going to put that piece up there. And I'm going to grab a baby wipe just because I am going to have extra glue right here where it kind of just seeps through a bit, and I just don't want glue on there. So I'm going to hold the tab in the end lightly. All right, there you go. So there's one. So I'm going to turn it over and put that aside. All right, next one. So this paper is so pretty. Once you cut it out, you're like, ooh, what side do I want to use? All right, so you're going to see the little line. And I'm going to lift it up. Bring in a short piece. I think this one, yeah. And then again, you've got the lines right there. All right, and I'm going to put that one aside. We're going to do the other two. Let's get them all done. I got everything cut out. I just did not think about doing this part ahead of time. I guess I should have. But that's okay. It doesn't take but a minute. All right, a short side again. So last night I was working on the template because I knew a long time ago when I was with Stampin' Up, I don't remember if they sold cups or if it was just something I did. I can't remember back then. But I did do cups for Christmas. And I want to say I ordered them and created them. Because I don't think we had cups back then. But I had a template that worked with the cup. So you can just cover the cup in the paper that you want. Well, those cups were a little bit smaller. I ordered them online from somewhere. And I still have some actually. And they are smaller. So I like these because they're a nice size. And you can also add 2 carrot cups in it, right? All right, let me move this up just a little bit so you can see a little better. All right. I'm going to do a little line of glue. Last one here. Last little half of a banner. And the bottom, and we're done with those. So I was working on my cup, and you know, you want to get the size right. You want to get it to angle just right to go on your cup so it's not all bubbly or anything or hanging off the bottom. And that's easy enough to trim, but I think I got it, so. All right. So now what we're going to do, we're going to just let these dry and then I'm going to take that back. We're going to go ahead and glue them now so they'll dry while we're working on the other part. So what I do is just butt the two sides up together and the paper. But I like to use liquid glue because it holds really well. And I like to go just up to that edge. And then you'll notice right here, one of the banners on the bottom. Hi, Charlene, I'm glad you made it. It sticks out a little bit. I add glue to that too. So I add glue there. And then I just go up right there. And then if you get glue that comes out, I turn my mat because that's still drying. Just take your pokey tool and kind of just rub it. It'll come right off. All right, so there's one. That's for 1 cup. I'm going to set that aside for right now. Now let's do this last one. And so it just has a little tail right there. And I kind of go a little closer all the way up to where this line is right here, because you want it to not kind of stick out. Yesterday I did use the Stampin' Seal, but I just like this liquid glue better for stuff like this. It holds, but I like to be able to move it around a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry a little bit before I try to bend them, because I want to curve them a little bit, and I should have probably done that before I glued this side, but we're just gonna let those dry for right now. So I'm gonna move those out of the way, and I'm gonna pull in the template. Okay, so I have this piece of paper. And I have my template here. Now what I did is I put it on paper. It's on a PDF, so I'll add it on my blog. And then you're going to print it, and make sure you print it full size. And so you're going to print it, and then I just put it on. This came out of, this was a backing off of an old package of printed paper. So that's what, or of the grid sheets. So that's what I used. I didn't want to use the super thick kind, but I didn't want to use anything too flimsy, and this is just enough. So pick out whatever you want. Then I cut out the paper that I printed, and it's underneath here, because I decided to put a printed paper on it, because this is the side I'm going to do the tracing with, and if I get markers all over it or whatever. I already did 1 cup, so I did it in this one. So I'm going to do another one in the same print. So I'm going to draw on this side because I want to, it doesn't fit there, but it's going to fit this way. So curve it with what you've got. You'll be saving more paper. And I went all the way to the edge, and then I took a pen because this is the back side. Okay, so just go just trace it, and when you cut, you're going to cut as close as you can on the line as possible. Okay, so there we go. That's our template. So this is what the PDF was. This is what I made the PDF out of. So when you get this, just print it and then cut that out. All right. All right, so now I'm going to cut it out really quick with my larger scissors. Uh-oh, I didn't, it didn't get the bottom. So let me do this again. For whatever reason, my pen didn't, there we go. Maybe be careful because this is has the glitter, not the glitter, but the gold on it, so it might be a little harder to draw on. All right, here we go. So I'm going to cut as close as I can and as smooth as you can. I just look at the line all the way down as I'm cutting. I like to do it with the larger scissors and our Stampin' Up. Larger scissors are like the best. They're nice and sharp. You can just feel how solid they are when you use them. They're not super heavy, they're just a really nice solid. Now you don't want to go too long or past this line because then it's going to hang on the bottom of your cup. And you're going to have to try and trim that because otherwise your cup won't sit up. Alright? Alright. Move all that over there. Okay, so what I did with this one is I found that it's easiest, you want to make sure that it's tucking up underneath the lip. So I always start seam to seam. I don't glue it down or anything like that. I just hold it there. So hold it under there. Go all the way around. Nice and snug because you want your paper. And then I lay this down and just kind of push it down. Just make sure it's all tucked underneath. And it is. Okay, so then I hold the bottom like this. Then I take my glue, because you're going to see where you are underneath, okay? And it'll squish out. You don't want it to go too lightly, but you don't want it super dark either. And I think I might have went too deep. I just want to make sure I get the edges. Oh yeah, I got the edges. Did you see it all come out? So just kind of hold it for a bit. And remember, with this glue, if you let it dry a little bit, so like right here, I'm not pressing down, but I know there's glue there. If you just hold it for a bit, you're going to be able to push it down and it's going to stick without squishing out. So I squished it just enough to get it to the edge. And now, did you see how smooth that went down? It's because the glue's already drying a little bit, but I have some up there. So I'm just going to take my wipe. Remember, it's paper. You don't want to leave wet on it too long, but I also don't want that glue sticking out. All right, there we go. So there's our cups. I just did this one before I came on. So, all right, so there are our 2 cups. Now what we're going to do is go back to our bands. I hold the band on this side. Do not hold it here because that's still fresh glue. And I just kind of round them a little bit. And yes, I should have done this before I did them, but that's okay. Just a little bit, just so I know that they're going to round. So again, hold it on the side that you're doing. I just think this is such a cute idea for neighbors. We have, where I live, it's a neighborhood that our neighbors closest to us, it's inside at like a complex. There's like a HOA, but it's not HOA. It's like a gated community. So we have like some neighbors that are on the corners across from us because our street's straight, and then we kind of at a T. And the neighbors have been here for 20 something years. And so I thought, well, how cute would that be, you know, to give them a card. So I gave all our neighbors Christmas cards, and our neighbors absolutely loved them. And then I found out one of our neighbors is an artist. And she gave me a hand-painted card that she does. All right, so again, back to doing our cups here. You don't want to do it too much because you want to make sure it fits your cup. So I'm going to pull it back out. Make sure that tab is done and just hold it for a sec. So that was really nice. So I think this would be a really fun little fall item to give. All right. Now I also have in my drawer somewhere, I have a little clip that I use a lot of times, a little sewing clip. I know my granddaughter wanted it, and I think I gave it to her, but I thought she might have forgot it, so I still had it. But sometimes those little clips are nice to have just to hold on right here. All right, so I'm going to set that one aside, and then let's glue this one. I'm going to go all the way to the edge there, and the tab, and then a little bit right here. And then just hold it for a sec. It'll hold, and it'll dry. So I'm holding the tab underneath. So again, on my blog, when I post this, I will put the template for the cup holders, okay, for the cup cover. All right, I'm going to set these in here. Oh, I kind of want to wait. They're not quite dry. All right, this one I think I did a little too close, so I pulled it out. Again, good thing to have liquid glue, right? All right, so let's just set those for a bit. Let's start with the tag now. So I created this cute little tag a couple different ways. So what I did is I'm going to recreate it so I can show you. So I used the warm hugs, and the first thing I did on vanilla, sounds like our neighbors' landscapers are here, you guys. Hope it's not too loud. So with polymer, I like to just lay them down so they keep their shape. And I have a bunch of colors here that are in this, and this one is Mint Macaron. And these make really cute little tags. And you can put these on the cups or on the tag. And I'm going to use this one as the tag, but let me pull in this. So we're going to do let's do this right. All right, polymer. We're going to put that there. Look how cute that is. Do you guys have this set? Has anybody used it yet? I just love it. It's so funny. I have so many sets I want to play with, but then it's like by the time I get to them, I'm like, I can't believe it took me so long to get to those. Okay, this one just says for you, because if you notice, this is a lot of Christmas. But this one has warm hugs to you all season long. This one's on me, Merry Christmas, and this says for you. So I think I'm gonna do for you, because the last one I did warm hugs. So let's just do, yeah, that's for you. All right. And I did that one in Cajun Craze. So I pulled off colors that are with this paper, the designer series. So I'm going to do this one. All right, there's for you. I don't like it. It's too light right there. I didn't get enough ink on it, so I'm just going to do that one again. And I need two anyway, so let's do another one. All right, that's better. All right, and next we need our little coffee cup. So what's going to happen is when you look at the dies, this die right here, this circle goes over here. Oops, over these. And then this one here is going to go there. But then, and then of course this is where I made the little trim on the wrap, and then here's the wraps right here. Here's one, and then here's the other one. Okay, so you have two of them. All right, so when you cut this out, it's going to cut out the center also. So I went ahead, and you can do it after or before. I did it after. So I went ahead and put my tape on. This is my removable Scotch tape. I have it in a little dispenser, and I use a lot of it. All right, and then I'm going to die cut these. It's really cute, Charlene. There's even another stamp set that goes with it, but it's Christmassy, so I didn't pull that one out. So here is your little, okay, let me see what I have for vanilla, because I just realized the one thing you got to remember is we need 2 of everything, because we have 2 cups. So let me cut this real fast. So and I love the new trimmers, you guys. If you don't have a new Stampin' Up trimmer, it is really nice. I love how it cuts and everything. It's great. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do another one of our stamp set that I just put back. It stuck itself. Look at it, stuck to my dies. I was like, where did I put it? All right, so we need another one of these. All right, so there's my center. There's the round, and I'm going to cut out this one, my little tape, and then this one here. Hopefully, no, too close. I don't want to chance it. I don't like them to go too close together. So there's the center. There's my stamp. And now we need this one. Yeah, there's so many Christmas items and different things that I have just been having a ball playing with. I've done a few things not Christmas, and I know I wasn't going to do things Christmas, but I mentioned I was going back to regular, but there's so many things I want to use, and our catalog goes live, and so I want to make sure that you guys see all the different fun things there are. All right, I'm going to take this tape. These tapes have been used quite a bit, so I'm going to toss those. All right. This goes there. This goes there. Okay, we have this, this, this. We're all good with the dies. All right, now I'm going to show you what we do with our little coffee cups. Oops, let me put this away. All right, so I'm going to lay this down because you guys are just looking at the top of coffee cups. You can kind of see what we're doing. Kind of a weird thing when there's a 3D. All right, now we need our coffee cup. So we're going to use, I'm going to use a little stamp, a little block. So I'm just going to stick that on there. And I'm going to do these in, look at all my little paper crumbs. Okay, we're going to do those in early espresso. And so we are going to use the mint macaron, so I'll put that aside. So early espresso, my little coffee cup, this is the outline. And it's really easy to center it because you can see the whole little circle. Hoping my head's not in the way. Okay, so there's your coffee cups. For those of you that don't know, if you're not on my Facebook page, my business page is Marcie Bessaker Designs. Today through the end of the month, if you put in $100 or more order, you will go into a drawing and you can win these 3 items. So it's the note cards, you get 20 of them. And I love these little note cards, comes with envelopes. You can get the 2022, the in color 6x6. So there's all the in colors are in there. And a chamois, a simply chamois. So you will go into a drawing for these 3 items and I will draw on August 1st. I am really close to a goal, and so that would be awesome. If you guys can help out with that, that would be so wonderful, and you'll go into a drawing. All right, so we're going to put the little cup back and get the enter of the cup. So we're going to put that down, and we're going to make that mint macaron. All right, now I really got to put my head over this, guys. So I look at the top, the way the top curves. Boy, I feel like I don't have my light right here. Okay, I'm going to try and do it and not be in your way, but let's hope. Woohoo! Okay, one down. It's really easy, except I'm trying not to put my head over. All right, whoa, look at that. Okay, as you get closer, just go really slow, and as you get closer, that's when you can kind of move your hand, you know, whichever way you need to, so that you get it inside your little cup. They even have little candy canes. Look at this. There's candy cane outlines with little candy cane insides. A tree. Then there's, of course, those regular stamps, a heart, and that. These, I think, match the embossing folders that come with the set if you buy the suite. There's a lot of really cute things in here. All right. Done with this. Making sure I'm looking at it. Yep. Done with that one. Okay, so here's our cups. Let's just put these together real quick. So we're going to put those there. And what I did is I took our little mini dimensionals. Are you guys excited for the new catalog? Charlene, did you get your new catalog in the mail today? You should have. My customers, I got mine today from Stampin' Up. They mailed out the customer holiday catalogs. And you can put 3 or 4, whatever. You can do it in a triangle or just go all the way around. Oh, you know what, guys? This is, oh, geez. I made two because originally, and maybe that's what we'll do. Originally, I was going to put them on top of the cups, but I'm making a tag, I forgot. So we don't need one of these. Now I have extra for when I make my next one. All right, so what we're going to do is take these off. I did put them on top of the cup, and I'll show you. It fits perfect if you want to do that. And that is what I did yesterday when I was messing around, but then I decided to make a cute tag. All right, there's that. And then I took a regular dimensional. I put that here. And I just made sure the for you is up, and I dropped my little coffee cup in there, and I just kind of put it where I want it. I'm going to turn it a little bit and then press it down. Okay. All right. Now the tag we're going to create. All right, let's try these now. Hopefully they fit. I haven't done them with paper on them. They just wiggle up there. How cute is that? All right, put the lid on. The lid just pops on there, so there's our cup. And you can see, oops, just pulled it off. All right, put our lid. All right, so there's our cups. Those are done. Now see, this could go, you could just put it right on top, and I would put it this way so it's pointing them. So for you, so when they're drinking, but we're going to be making a tag, but that's an option. All right, so there's our cups. So we'll put that down so you can see. I know, it's kind of a weird thing here. Yeah, you should get another one in the mail. It's just that they were taking forever, and I knew you were just here this week, so I gave it to you. Because I know that they were taking their time getting them out. And I had heard they should have been out already, and so I wanted to make sure. Okay, so your tag is going to be 1 7/8. So let's see. Okay, 7/8, I believe. Right there. And you're going to pull your tag in. Oh, I made it too small. Oh, I think I grabbed the wrong one. There we go. All right, so now we're going to use this tag, which I don't have the name on this one, and I normally do. So let me look really quick because it's a great tag. All right, it is the scallop tag topper. So this is the scallop tag topper. So I'm just going to slide this in. Oops, I need to open it. Slide it in and just make sure it's kind of even where you want it in between your decoration because it's a little thinner. Okay. And then what I did is I brought in my mat here that I like so much I'm going to curve this just a little bit because I cut it to one side a little bit too much. Okay, now it's curved. All right, so now I'm taking the Beautiful Autumn and we're going to do the stamping. And what I did is I added some branches and some leaves here. So I'm going to take the outline first. And then just drop that down, pick it up, And I'm going to do it in early espresso. And this is just, you know, whatever you want. So I did some at the top, and a little more here, and then I just did one coming in there. And now, like the little coffee cup, you're going to grab the inside. I'm going to drop that. Charlene, if you're a demonstrator, you can get that. But I understood they're sold out right now. I don't know if it's while supplies last or if they're coming back in. I kind of have a feeling they were while supplies last. And I wish I would have known that. But I'm sure they announced it and I just didn't know. Alright, so I'm taking mint macaron because that's the color that's inside. And I just love this leaf. Look at the detail. I'm going to bring you guys in just a little bit. Alright. And it's so funny trying to do these at an angle. Alright. And then one more. Alright, so there you go. Alright, so now we've got that part done. And actually, I'm thinking I should have cut this. Yep, I should have cut it. So, we're going to cut it. Let's think about this. This is going to go about here. Okay, let's just see. That'll work. That'll be fine. Alright, I still have a little bit of green on there, so I'm good with that. Alright, except I just smudged stuff right there, but that's okay. That happens, right? Alright, so now we're going to work on our leaves, and this is a little bit of a technique. I think I'm going to use this paper right here, this little extra paper. Let me turn that over. All right, I don't think we need this. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the acorn. So you're going to take the outline of the acorn, bring it in two little squares. All right, so we have our little acorn on here. And then we have the inside of our acorn. So right now we have the little top. And then we have the little bottom. Okay, so first we're going to do it in early espresso. I'm doing early espresso instead of black because black is really stark. And this is just a soft image. And I wanted it really fall looking. So we're going to do our acorn, and then I'm going to go ahead and stamp all of the outlines right now while I have this color out. Now we have the maple leaf. All right. All right, maple leaf and acorn, and now we have, where is it? Here it is. This little guy. All right, so those are my three items that I want to put on there. So I'm going to show you how I got those colors. So I'm going to put this back, and I'm going to get the solid image. So now they each have a solid image. Now the acorn has two solid images. So we want Cajun Craze and Crumb Cake is what I used. So crumb cake, we're going to do the little top. So you can see right here, we just have the little top of the acorn. And we're going to do that in crumb cake. Okay, now here goes my head again, sorry. Okay, so there's the top. And here we go. And now here's the bottom part. So we're going to put the crumb cake away. And I'm going to use Cajun Craze for the bottom part. Let me come out just a little bit. All right, so here's Cajun Craze. Okay, here I go again, trying to do it at an angle. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so there's my acorn. And you guys, I can't wait to show you what's coming up. Now, I did pull out Bumblebee. Bumblebee is not in the set, but I wanted the maple leaf to be a little more true. Let me see if I can hold this up to you. True to a maple leaf right here with some different colors in it. So what I did is I put the maple leaf out. I already stamped it, and now I have crumb cake out, Bumblebee, and Cajun Craze. So what I'm going to do is get my daubers out. I have them in this little case here. And I'm going to pull out crumb cake and Cajun Craze. Okay, so those are the two that I want. All right, so Cajun Craze is over here and crumb cake is right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the leaf and I'm going to do it in a lighter color, which is the Bumblebee. So ink it up really good. Then I'm going to take Cajun Craze, and it doesn't matter if you do Cajun or crumb cake next. And I'm just going to dauber on just a little bit of other color. And then I'm going to huff it, moisten it, get it warm. And now I'm going to try and go in here without my head too much in the way. Look at the little curves on the top is where you're looking to try to line those up. Okay, so now you have a little bit of some different colors on there. So you just kind of, you want to daub it a little bit because you want a lot of that golden color to show through. All right, and then the next one, what I did, I wanted to get some of that mint macaron in there. So I just went with crumb cake and mint macaron. So I'm going to get rid of my Cajun Craze dauber right now before I add that somewhere that I don't need it. All right, and my mint macaron. All right, so we're going to do the mint macaron because I really want a lot of that color. So ink it up really good. And then I'm taking the crumb cake and just kind of putting some on there. All right, and there we go. It's hard to see the brown, but there is some brown on there. It kind of softens the mint macaron. Because if you just did the mint macaron, it would be pretty green. But I liked adding that little bit of the crumb cake to soften that color up a bit. All right, so there you have your leaves. Now, do we need to fussy cut these out? No. Are we going to die cut them? No. So what other amazing thing do we have? I'm going to move this and move this and bring in our punches. So we're going to cut out our little leaves. One. Whenever there's a punch, it's on my list. I like to try and get them as centered as I can. And this one I'm going to do a lefty because I put it all the way to the edge here. All right. So that comes in a bundle. You can get this and the 3 punches and the paper, I believe, in a bundle. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this up. Now it's finishing assembling, right? So I'm going to just do this in like a triangle. If you do it in a triangle, it kind of covers your area well enough to hold, and you don't have to put one on all 4 sides or whatever, but it still holds really nicely. And of course these dimensionals are fantastic. So all right, I'm going to put this right about there. Let's see. Yeah, see, I still think that's kind of long, but we'll see. Let's get it on there and see. All right, so I'm going to get my little dimensionals, my minis, which are fabulous. And I'm going to put one on the acorn, one here, and one here. All right, before I add those, the ribbon we're going to use, this is called Basket Weave Metallic, and it's a combo ribbon. This green is just so soft and pretty. It's the mint macaron, but we're going to be using this beautiful copper ribbon. We are also going to put, oh, you probably can't see it because it's dangling here, this cute little acorn. So let's get our little acorn out. And these are heavy acorn trinkets, and they're little. They remind me of fishing weights. Oh, there's where I got the ink from. Look, it's all in my hand. Like fishing weights. That's what it reminds me of. All right, but they're really nice. All right, so we're going to do one of those. And we need a little bit of our linen thread, of course. All right, so for the linen thread, let's see how long we want our thread for our little acorn guy. We can always cut it shorter, so I'd rather have it longer so we can put our little guy on. So I like to go through, kind of twist that and smash it down so you can go through the hole and then bring your string through. That always just makes it lay smoother. Okay, so now it's just can lay smooth instead of sliding around, it'll hang. All right, so we'll leave that for now. Let's fix our little guy here. Put our little leaves on, our little acorn. We're going to have the bow at the top, so it's going to cover a lot, so you don't want too much, too high up there. And now we're going to take this ribbon. And what I did I think I took about 12 inches or so. And I did the same thing with this, just so it hangs even and flat. Oh, good, Steph. I got mine today, so I'm glad you got yours. All right, so we're going to do this. I think I'm still going to cut just a tiny bit off. I don't want it to hang to the ground. So I'm going to carefully slide my items underneath there. And it's going to cut off the green, but I'm okay with that. It still shows a tip, and I have a lot going on, so it's all right. All right, so now what I did is I put this through. Okay, tie a knot on this, on the end. I want it as close to the edge as you can, to the end. And then I pulled the back over, and I pulled this forward, and then I tucked the knot to go to the back. See, now it just kind of lays there, but the knots can go up to the back. And you could put a glue dot or whatever to make it go back there. That's fine. Whatever you want. It's just for an extra design. And you can make it shorter. This one's a little shorter, but it seems to go to the side a lot, so I want to make this one a little longer. All right, and now you're just going to, let me tie it here. Now I tied it around and then bring one side to the front, so you're going to have your bow in the front. Okay, so when you tie it, you're really looping one around, so you can tie your bow up front. All right. And just kind of fix it how you want it. All right, guys, so there you go. So we did two different ones. This one's a little bit different. I did this one with the brown coffee mug because I did this is the Cajun Craze, because I did the warm hugs to you on the outside all season long. So I thought that would be perfect for fall too. And then this one just says for you. Oh, I can tell this is where my little missing piece of tape went. Okay, there we go. And so that one's for you. Now this one doesn't have a wrap on it. It has the wrap, but it doesn't have the cover. So these over here, I did the cover and a wrap. So you could just do that if you wanted to. And that looks really cute too. So there is your fall 3D. How do you guys like it? It's a really cute set. I love the idea, and I can't wait to do some Christmas ones. I think I am going to do Christmas ones for my 4 neighbors. Like I said, we're at a T, so it'll be the 2 people next to me and then the 2 on the end corners there. I think they'd really enjoy it. So we had a lot of stuff. Don't forget, on my blog when I post this. Okay, so the other day there was a demonstrator that was talking about doing videos every day or a lot, and she had mentioned that and the length of videos. She mostly talked about the length of videos, and I know I've had some really long ones, but there's a lot of people out there that don't have as much experience or know what to do. So when I watch somebody that has a long video that I'm thinking, oh, I know how to do this, then I'll just slide forward and get to the part that I want to see, or get to the part to see how they finished something or whatever. But if it's too short and you're a newer stamper, you're going to be like, I have no idea what they're doing. So it's kind of a hard, you know, thing to do. So just slide forward. If you see something that you like and you want to learn how to do it and you want to see how it's done, then that's great. If you want to see only a part of it, that's great too. So be patient. Remember that we all started somewhere, and there are people out there that need to see step by step. So I try not to do die cutting too much. I try not to, you know, there's some things I try to do a little quicker because it's fairly simple. But you also have to remember sometimes I'll go a little slower or do things a little differently, just so people have a chance to learn and see things. But that being said, this week I have posted a lot on my blog, and I still have some to post, but it's kind of like, how much do you post? You know, you don't want to overwhelm people. For me, I do get a post from somebody every day. She's a stamper, and I see her stuff every day. Do I open the mail every single day? No. Do I see it on Facebook? Oh, thanks, Carol. Do I see her on YouTube, and then I'll open them when I get a chance? When I go stalk YouTube, I'll go to that page and just watch videos. But I like to know what she was working on, what she did, and I can watch it or I can't. And some people, you know, you see people out there saying, and I haven't heard it myself, but I've seen people say, oh man, I get emails every day or 3 times a week. Or sometimes people will just say, I only want 1 email a week. Then my blog's probably not for you, because I like to do more than that. I like to share what I do. This is my business. I'd appreciate you staying subscribed. Just don't open it. Open it when you get a chance, or open it when you're on Facebook. Maybe just subscribe on YouTube and, you know, see there when I'm live, when you're on. So it's just, I know it's kind of hard to figure, but in some ways it's like, okay, I did 1 card and I want to post it, but I'm going to be doing another one today and then another one tomorrow. So I'm just going to go at my own pace, which is a lot usually, and sometimes it may not be. It may only be the 2 times a week because I'm busy. But I would love for you guys to subscribe and like and share and all that good stuff. Do I need to have you, you know, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't read my email. I would love for you to stay subscribed so that you do get notices. But I'm doing what I love, and I hope there's people out there that want to learn and want to see and like what I share. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep going. So hopefully you like it. You'll subscribe, you'll share, you'll ring the bell and notify and all that good stuff. And I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to let you know that my blog is marciebessaker.com. You can shop directly from my blog on the top right hand side. It says shop my online store. Click there. It'll take you right into my Stampin' Up store. Right below that is my current code. It's always my current code. Right now it's the July code, which is listed right there. But come August 1st or very late on the 31st, depends on what days they land, I will be switching my code over to August. I may at some times do 2 in a month. So keep that in mind. So take a look. If you shop, go through my blog and you'll see my current code. That's great, Charlene. That's perfect. Thanks, Christine. So my current code will always be there. So most of the time it's 1 per month. Other times it will be, I might do 2 per month. It just depends. This last month I probably should have done 2, but it is what it is. August I may end up doing 2. My YouTube lives are Tuesday at 2, Sundays at noon. Like this week, I jumped online a couple times and did a couple different projects. So I did a Facebook Live, maybe 2 of them. So my Facebook is Marcie Besker Designs, and that is on my Facebook business page. And so you can go there and sometimes catch a live or post things that maybe I haven't put out on Facebook yet, on YouTube yet, or on my blog yet. But chances are from now on, I think I'm just going to be posting on my blog. It is what it is. Hey now, don't be looking at my grays. Anyway, and then of course, like I mentioned, subscribe and share. I would really appreciate it. Liking this video means a lot. Keeps the traffic going, keeps people seeing my blog and my YouTube and getting connection to my blog. I really appreciate it. And as always, if you guys are on my Facebook, a lot of times I'll put out there, what do you want to see? What stamp set do you want to see? So if there is a holiday stamp set, I don't have any Halloween, sorry. I'm not a big Halloween person, so I don't have Halloween. But if there's a fall or Christmas or anything in the holiday catalog that you've seen that you would like me to create with, if I have it, I definitely will. So just let me know. You can comment here or on my Facebook, or you can message me, whatever you'd like. All right, that would be awesome. All right, so here is a couple of pictures out of the catalog. If you've got the catalog, you've seen them. So you can kind of see some other ideas. Here's another one, but look at, you could do hot cocoa. I understand our little parcel boxes fit in there. I just ordered them, so I'll probably do a holiday one with those boxes. And so I'll put those in there so you can see what they look like. The Christmas stuff with this set is adorable. And here is another little fall one. You're welcome, Carol. Look how simple that is. That, I believe, is the felt. I think there's a felt green material. And it looks like they use the little dies that go on the wraps. So don't forget, when you go to my blog, and we'll be posting this, there's going to be a PDF on there that looks like this. And it will be your coffee cup cover. So I would recommend putting it on cardboard of some type. I just put some DSP on the back just so, I don't know, so it looks pretty. So find some cardboard on the back of your grid paper or in your DSP paper or something like that, and use the adhesive sheets that we have. They're awesome. And just lay them on there and make yourself a little template to keep, and you're ready to go. All right, guys, thank you so much. You guys have a great week. I will probably be on before Sunday. I'm just saying. Yeah, the felt is cool. Can you, like little holly leaves and stuff? Oh, it's going to be so cute. Yes, the gathered together stamp set leaf and the pumpkins on the last picture. That is this one. And it's adorable. Look at that. So cute. Even just the cup itself is a gift. It's such a great idea. Thanks, Christine. All right, guys. That's it for me today. I am having a poolside day tomorrow, so I'm definitely not going to be on, but maybe Thursday or Friday I'll be on again. Have a great week, and I will see you on Sunday for sure.